How often should you update your revocable trust?
Welcome to Barry's Bites. Please join our host, attorney and financial advisor Chris Barry.
I would not just say trust, I would say your estate plan, because trust is a piece of the estate plan. So typically we recommend that you review it once a year. In fact, we have what we call our client care program where we sit down with our clients and review their planning because things change, like family situation, like maybe now there's grandkids, maybe you want to disinherit one of the kids, maybe someone you named passed away, maybe your power of attorney moved out of state and you want someone local. So there's going to be changes in your world, like major life changes. That's always a time to review that estate plan. Other thing to think about, changes in law. The laws are always changing. Probably the biggest law change we've had that affects estate planning recently was 2020 when the Secure Act passed. And that changes how we leave retirement accounts like IRAs and 401ks to the next generation. Prior to that, we could stretch out the taxes over the lifetime of the beneficiary. Now we have to pay all the taxes within 10 years. So if your estate plan's older than 2020, I'd say that might be something to look at, especially if you have retirement accounts like greater than say 250,000, just because in terms of how you leave things to the next generation, there might be some changes there that you would want to make. Prior to that, big law changes. 2014, Michigan passed estate recovery. So if you were to go to a nursing home, they could actually place a lien on your home unless you plan properly using something like a ladybird deed, which is like a beneficiary designation for real estate. 2012, there's a big change with regards to powers of attorney. So if you're in Michigan and you have a financial power of attorney, that needs to be updated for changes in law. 2004, there's the HIPAA authorization, so change with regards to the medical power of attorney. So if your estate plan's that old, it really needs to be updated for changes in law. And then the estate tax has always been changing. Over my career, almost 20 years now, it's went up, it's went down, it's gone back up, and it's scheduled to come back down. So if you're on the higher end of net worth, estate taxes might be something that you need to update as well. And then the third thing is, especially if you have a trust, this is a big one, making sure the trust is funded properly. So funding the trust. So making sure that all the assets that you have, all your different financial accounts, all your different real estate is pointing to the trust. With our client care program, we send our clients like a questionnaire of asking them to provide all their account information. And it is a little bit redundant, but it is a process to make sure that there's not a new asset or account out there that's not pointing to the trust. Because the last thing we want to do is have a trust and something end up in probate. So we need to make sure the trust is funded. That is vitally important.